So yeah, that is about like PHP. Not a problem. See, I know what you are like. You know, for a logical brain, technology is nothing. All you got to have is an idea how to do it. That's it. Because you can find the syntax anywhere. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can find the syntax anywhere. Suppose to fetch the data from the database, show it on the front end. Yeah, you can use any technology. Go out there, Google, you'll find it. But what's the best way to do it? What's the shortest path to do it? Or how fast we can do it? This is what matters. So that's where the logic comes in. So that's what I believed every time. Every time I start writing a code, I believe that, thinking that this particular problem has so many solutions. Let me find the best one, and let's think about technology later. Like even PHP has several technologies like frameworks in there. So that's how we come to the conclusion which framework to be used. Like if the website is for say a million users, then basic PHP doesn't work for a million users. For a million users who are coming to the website, they need something which can scale. So in that case, we use a different technology in PHP. But for websites which have hardly 100 users, yeah, I'll say we can use basic PHP. Cloud, cloud is a different scenario. Like cloud is nothing but a database or a server. So it's like as of now I tell the situation why people are more into cloud and not into the conventional servers. So what's happening previously, everybody who has a website, even though they are in Australia or Russia or say India, they buy servers in US. So US has this technology that they can handle these servers, they can handle this traffic. So what happens is when somebody is trying to connect to the website, the connection should all the way go to the US. Now but nowadays they are setting up small servers. Like these are called as load balancers. Like like what YouTube exactly. You know what YouTube does? It has different servers for different countries, like one server in UK, one server in Singapore, one server in US, one server in Australia. So that's how whenever the request comes, it takes you to the nearest point. And that way it can save space, it can save time, and it can buffer fastly. So that's where the cloud technology comes into action. So that's about it. Yeah, fine. We're not talking about cloud technologies here, but after this session, yeah, I'll just tell about. There's a technology in PHP, not exactly PHP, but for mobile applications, yeah, there is one thing called Parse, which is solely based on cloud computing, which is from Facebook. We'll be talking about that later. Fine. So yeah, that is the case. Yes, Parse. It's called Parse. It's trending. It's trending now. Like it's going good, but there is no documentation. Today PHP, no CSS. So this is what we're gonna discuss. Okay, this is a continuous class, Nitish. Like we're not gonna discuss only single topics. This is like a complete course. So if we started with HTML and we're done with HTML, now we are into CSS. So CSS, like we'll be discussing these topics, and after CSS we'll be jumping into JavaScript. Then we'll be discussing topics in JavaScript, jumping to jQuery. Then after the jQuery is done, then we'll be moving to PHP. So I'll just post that to the guys who are new to the course. So yeah, that is a scenario. So Arun, that's how the basic HTML page is done. We have seen it yesterday, and I tell you, I mean that's all is enough for people who are solely working on starting website. Like for instance, I'll say for a guy, uh, let's say, I mean, how do we say? Let's take an attorney. Okay, I mean this attorney wants to just put his address over there and just a contact us form. So for that guy, yeah, nothing need to be done except there's content, and for contact us there is a form, And to send an email, yeah, we always have that. We discussed it in the href anchor tags that we can send an email just by clicking the link. Yes, yeah. So for that guy, yeah, it's done. He can just type in that code and deploy it on the server, give the domain name, buy purchase the domain, and it runs. And people, yeah, basic page. But that's not sufficient. Like since always, what exactly users look for? Users look for two things in a website. This is the total course, I say. So what exactly users look for in a web page? The first and the foremost thing, yeah, it's look. So people look for the look of the website. If it's, and again the perception is two ways. Like for instance, let me say you go to Flipkart, Flipkart.com. I mean everybody, I guess here knows about Flipkart.com. It's not about look for the Flipkart.com. It's about the functionality over there. It's about the UX over there. How fast can someone can buy something on Flipkart? That's what important for Flipkart. So again, the differentiation is two ways. One is the look, and one is the user experience over there. Like experience in the sense how fast he can move from one page to the other page to fulfill the purpose he has come to the website. So that is called. Let me write them in the welcome itself. Not a problem. So two things here. UI is nothing but user interface, and UX is user experience. So these two things are pretty important for the front-end design. I say, like user interface is nothing but the look of the web page, like how beautiful the web page is. So it should look appealing to the person so that he can spend time on the website saying, hey, this website is really cool. It looks pretty good. It has all sorts of animations, images, and that's what the purpose of the website is, that this guy should stick to it at least for some time. I mean, he should be able to figure it out. If it's beautiful, he may explore it, like saying, hey, what does this website do? Now the second purpose, now okay, we made him to stick onto the website. Now what is our purpose now? Our purpose, let's say we are selling something out there, so yeah, then he has to find what we are selling. Then where are the reviews, where are the comments, and where are the attributes for the thing which we are selling, and where is the payment gateway, and when do you deliver it to me? What happens if it's not delivered? Like there will be several questions in the user's mind. Luckily, these things are solved way back in 1995. It's like saying when the e-commerce has started, people has all sorts of questions like this, like when will it get delivered? But now, I mean, as of now, like people are very liberal to take out their cards and pay for something, even if they don't know the website's whereabouts, or even if they don't know about the product, that they're just buying it from online. Yeah, that's what I say. That's the reason I said luckily. So yeah. Security, yeah. So these are all things to be considered. So user interface is all about the looks of the web page. User experience is all about the what I say is like the flow of the web page. How does the flow look like? He lands on the page. From there, take him to the product page. From product page to the payment page. From the payment page to the feedback page. From the feedback page, let him exit. Or if he wants to shop again, take him to the front page again, or take him to the product page. Exactly, the flow. The flow. So user experience is about the flow, and user interface is about the look and feel of the website. So how do we achieve this user interface? So let's talk about a user interface now. So user interface, we have seen a basic page yesterday, like how can we do it? Let me just go ahead and share my screen here, and we'll see how the website is. Yeah. Let's go back here to the Tutoslive, and this is a file which we have done yesterday, right? Great. So yeah, this is a general website. Like it still serves the purpose. Like the purpose is to portray myself here. Like I want to say about myself in this particular page. Yeah, it serves a purpose. Now if somebody comes here, what they may feel like, hey, some name, what you call a name engineer has done this, and I mean this guy is not that good. Let me just exit. It doesn't serve the purpose when the user just exits away like that. So for him to be here, if I add a little bit colors, and if I take this image from here and pull the content here, and then use some of the links here, then it's all about placement, colors, and how well it is. That's what matters. So that's what is called user interface. Like adding styles to the page is all user interface. How can I attract these guys to my web page? Then when they are attracted, let me fulfill their purpose and my purpose. Like if I want to sell something, let me sell. If they have come here to buy something, let them buy. So that is all about. So that is CSS, which is nothing but cascading style sheets. So it's cascaded style sheets. So that is CSS, cascaded style sheets. Now the name itself says, like as I told before, HTML, everything has its in naming. So now what exactly is cascade style sheets? So we know style. Style is nothing but adding colors or makeup, let me say, adding makeup to the web pages. Now what are sheets now? It says sheets. So I'll discuss more about the sheets and cascade, because as we go on, we'll be knowing more about it. Okay, because yeah, I'll just explain them later. Let me just carry on. Okay, so cascaded style sheets. Again, the name itself says styling is like adding makeup or adding beauty to the websites. But how can we do that actually? So there are three ways I can add style to the HTML. Now I say again, previously they used to combine HTML and styling together and say HTML, but as the time flows by, like I mean these people have separated the CSS and HTML. Like I can style using HTML to we have seen the BG color attribute, the align equal to center, the align equal to left, the align equal to right attribute. So using these attributes, I can just place my things and add color to them. But yeah, going forward, what they have done is like they have separated the entire styles. Like you can put like loads of styles onto a web page, onto the web page. So now adding styles to the HTML, that's what they say, because since HTML and CSS are now separated, so they say adding styles to the HTML. How can we add styles to HTML? Say again here, there are three ways. So what are the different ways? Let me just write them here and I'll explain. Pretty cool. Internal and external. So these are the three ways I can add styles. So before even jumping into these inline, internal and external, let me just put the syntax here of how I can add a style. So now syntax, as I say style here, add a style to HTML. So what exactly does it have? We call it as a rule actually. I call them as rules, because following, it has to see, if I say follow this particular style, it means like follow this particular rule. Like every style is applied in this way. It is property and value pair. It's called property and value pair. I can't pull that. So this is how we apply styles. For instance, what is a property here? Property is nothing but asset, or I say adjective. What I call it? Color. Color is a property. Width is a property. Height is a property. Margin is a property. Padding is a property. So properties, yeah, property is nothing but I call again, it's an attribute, like it's a style. Okay, property can be, I say property can be a color, Um, a margin, a width is a property again, height is a property again, placement is property, and background is a property. So these are all properties. And what is the value? For instance, color. What values can a color have? A color can be black, a color can be red, a color can be blue. So value is, what I say, value is a value, but value is specific to the property, I say. Like for color, uh, it is blue, black, white, etc. Yeah, I'll come to that. And for width, it can be dimensions, like say pixel, like say 100 pixel is the width, or we call them in centimeters or kilometers for dimensions. So like such width, it can be dimension in pixels, because this is all about pixels. It's not that big. A web page, or I say what I call the monitor or the laptop screen is not that big, hence they measure it in pixels. Okay. And placement, again we talked about this alignment. Placement is nothing but alignment. Where should I put it? Placement in terms of alignment. Oops. So yeah, now coming back to the syntax. So as I say, a style can be applied using rules, and each rule has a property and value, a value associated to every property. So it's always property value pair. Like if you give a property, it must have a value. So that's how the syntax goes. So now let me give some examples to the property value. I just give examples to the property values. I don't jump into the code directly. So this can be like this: color is red, width is 10%, or width 100 pixels, like such. This is how the example goes. Let me just drag this guy. Oops. Yeah. I'm gonna put this guy here. I'm gonna put this guy here. So this is how I can give the property value pairs, like color red with 10%. So that says, like, hey, apply color red here, or just make the width 100 pixel here, or just make width 10% of the total width that is occupying. Okay, so that's how I give property and value pairs. Now let's jump back to this types of styles. So now we know how to apply, how to give these property value pairs. So let me just go ahead and jump back to the inline styles. So I'll just go here, and let me just I'm stopping the screen sharing here, because this is stopping me to type something.